welcome to 3 the Smart Way. So today's topic is things that no one tells you while you're pregnant. Okay. The first thing that I'd like to say, everybody's journey is different, so this is just my perspective, but heartburn is so real. Okay, my baby, like, she came out with like 2 inches of hair, and I know that they say it's a myth, like if your baby has a lot of hair that you'll have heartburn, and they're like, no, that's not true. I think it is true, because I had heartburn the whole pregnancy. Okay, I did take Tums. You have to be careful not to go above the limit for every day, just because it can cause calcification of the placenta. So I only took like 1 or 2, and I always had like some Sonic water. Like, I love their ice, so I just had like ice water all of the time, like just so much ice and water, like every day. And then like if you do feel like a little bit of like throw up or anything when you're laying down, just remember to elevate yourself a little bit. Just put some pillows behind your back, and that should alleviate most of it. But 1, heartburn is real. Okay. 2, you can get a yeast infection on your body. Did you know that? I didn't. I had like a little rash on my arm, and when I went to the doctor, I was like, look at this rash, like, is this a big deal, right? And she was like, oh, that's just a yeast infection. I'm like, on my arm? She's like, yeah, on your arm, like it's common. How come no one tells you that? Like when you're pregnant, like, you know, if you're about to get pregnant, like you might get a yeast infection on your body. Like no one just mentions that in conversation. So just to let you know, that's number 2. It's common to get a yeast infection randomly on your body, and it could present itself just like a group of like pimples or something, right? So number 3, when our baby, like when she was getting bigger, she was like placed more towards the back. They call it, if you're carrying deep, so it's like more towards the spine, like she was turned around towards my spine, like, or if the baby's breech, like it might feel like when they get bigger that a foot is going to come out of your vagina, but it's not. It just feels like that. So don't worry about it. It might feel like I'm gonna crawl out of there, but they're fine. Like, well, she was fine. Nothing, like she didn't come out, like nothing came out. It just feels like they're a little bit lower just because they're pointed towards your spine. So that can happen. Constipation happens a lot of the time. All I can say is just eat as much fiber as you can. I love cabbage. I love greens. I love like Ezekiel bread. Make it like a good grilled cheese sandwich on like Ezekiel bread. Also, I had the fiber bars, and my favorite cereal is the fiber one. It's like oats and honey. That's super delish. So I would try that, maybe like with some unsweetened almond milk or like some vanilla almond milk, just so you can get your fiber in, because you just don't want those issues. Just because you might get some hemorrhoids. You might. It just, you know, it depends on your body. But all I can suggest if you do is that you get maybe some wipes. Like, I think that, who makes those? Preparation H makes some wipes with witch hazel, and those are very helpful. It might happen towards the end of your pregnancy, it might not, but those are always really helpful. Something that's soothing and just don't irritate that area at all. And so you just want to have as much fiber as you can, because this is going to happen. Your feet can swell. I don't know if everyone, I don't know if I've talked to anyone whose feet didn't swell, but my feet swelled a little bit. I actually went up half of a size, and it's from a hormone called relaxin. and it just kind of just relaxes everything, all the muscles and everything in your body, and it causes your feet to kind of like the muscles to relax as well. So they do spread. Sometimes they go back, and an easy way or good way to prevent them from not staying a little bit larger is to wear a shoe with a good arch support. Me, I always thought I wasn't going to be like that Birkenstock mom, like, oh, don't wear Birkenstocks. I wouldn't wear Birkenstocks when I get pregnant. But then I tried them on, and I was like, I'm never going back. I think I'll wear Birkenstocks when I'm not pregnant, because that's how much I love them right now. Okay, so changed my life. It doesn't really have that much arch support, but they were comfortable. So hey, your feet might spread. Sometimes they go back, sometimes they don't. Okay, so just be ready for that too. You get cravings for things, and then you don't want them. I love that commercial. It was like a Taco Bell commercial where the wife was pregnant, and she was like, oh, I want something cheesy and crunchy and meaty. And he was like, well, what do you want? And it was like a cheesy gordita crunch or something. But sometimes you want everything, and then when you get it, you don't want it at all. Like, you taste it and you're like, meh, you know, I don't want this anymore. So your husband, they probably end up gaining 15 pounds because they're eating all the food that you didn't eat and they went out and got for you. So it happens. Just maybe try like smaller portions just to see if that's what you really want. Just because sometimes your body changes, your taste bud changes, like from moment to moment when you're pregnant. Okay, so 8 is your insurance will sometimes pay for you to get an electric breast pump. So just call them and see if that's something that they cover for you. It was for my husband. I'm under his insurance, so they did cover an electric breast pump, which was nice. And we got the Medela. I didn't use it that long. Kind of made me feel like a cow, like with the udders, and it was like constantly. Anyway, I'm not even going to get into that, okay, because that's not even what this is about. But see if your insurance covers an electric breast pump. Okay. And there was one other thing that I wanted to say. Okay, stretch marks. Some people think about this, and I know that it might feel like a big deal, but your body is having a baby, and it's the most amazing thing that could ever happen, like ever. It might stretch out. Like, those things are hereditary. You can't change if you're going to have stretch marks or not. What you can do is try to help the elasticity of your skin while you are stretching. Okay, so I did, like, say a Neutrogena sesame oil or like a grapeseed oil, and then I put on like that Palmer's like stretch mark cream, you know, or some other belly cream. I tried probably everything, but I definitely did like an oil and a lotion every time I got out of the shower, and I would just massage it into my skin, just because my family, we do have stretch marks. It is hereditary. Like, our skin is just not used to stretching. It's like, I want to be the same. I never want to change. So don't worry about that. I mean, good luck on your journey, all your body, everything. It'll all come together. But the most beautiful thing, or the best thing, is that you're about to birth this beautiful baby, and your body will snap back. But these are just some things that people don't tell you that happen. It's just like, you see like a picture of a girl and she's like pregnant and she's like, oh, my feet are a little bit swollen, but they don't tell you the real, right? Like, that you might have heartburn all the time, or some people throw up all the time. I didn't have it, thank you, baby Jesus. But those things are real. So this is my journey. These are the things that were a big deal to me, that happen frequently. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.